What's up, everybody? Part 3. It must seem like weeks have passed, but you know what? I just stopped recording, leaned back in my chair, sat back forward, pressed start record again. So here we are with part 3. I will get through all these last games, okay? But, let's start it off. Oh, let's actually start it off with a story. So, like I said, I brought my. Well, I mentioned this in the previous, I think in part 1. Or was it part 2? I don't know. I brought my DS Lite to Afghanistan. And come to find out, I wasn't really having a lot of time to sit down and relax and play it, to say the least. So, there's these places on the base called PXs. And they hired a lot of well, I guess not foreign nationals, since it was like we're the foreigners in Afghanistan. So I get, well, what they call locals. They'd hire locals like Afghanis to come on base. We'd do security clearances, search them every time they came on the base. It was a whole process. But anyways, so we had a bunch of locals that would work on the base. And I remember, I forget exactly how the conversation came up, but I was in one of the PXs buying something. And I wish I knew exactly how the conversation started. But one of the locals that worked at that PX on Camp Leatherneck said, oh, is that a DS or something? Because I guess I had it in my pocket, or I was holding it, and I was like, yeah, this is the DS. And he was just like, his mind was blown. He's only ever seen these in like pictures or something. He hardly even knew what it was. And just to see how overjoyed this guy was to see a Nintendo DS Lite in like the flesh, he was stoked. And it just said something to me. I'm like, I'm gonna give this thing to this guy. Like, I'm not really playing it. Here you go, buddy. And I remember I gave it to him, and he insisted he gave me $20 for it. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm getting combat pay. It's all tax free. I'm good. I don't need your money. But he would not let me refuse at least $20. So I gave my original DS Lite to him, along with a couple games. Sold it to him, and gave him the charger. And I wonder if it's even around anymore. I hope the guy's still alive. I hope he's still gaming on it. But there's a neat little story to start off part 3, the final part to my DS collection adventure. Let's go ahead and hang this mouse over the edge. So, let's start off some more games. So, I missed out on the wave for this game. Mario Kart DS. Yep. Could play it online. I guess I'm sure this was a lot of fun to play online on the DS, but I missed the boat. So here it is, Mario Kart DS. But this is the thrift store find. I look at, and I got this on a half off day, so I ended up paying like 30 some odd cents for this game. And I got, all these years later, I managed to get around. I played it. It's a pretty good game. It's a Mario Kart DS. I'm sure it was mind blowing when it first came out, but being spoiled with Mario Kart on the 3DS and Mario Kart on the Wii U and stuff like that, and it's like, but I appreciate this game for what it is, especially with all the limitations of the DS hardware. Yeah. What else can I say? Mario Kart DS. A game that I have sealed, and I have not even done my special trick to even open this yet. So this is still 100% sealed. Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo Tails. I just love the Chocobo series, okay? The Chocobo Dungeons, Chocobo Racing on the PS1. Look, and I even got this little Chocobo my wife crocheted for me. Thank you, honey. I just like, Chocobos are they're great. But admittedly, I haven't played this game yet. If anyone wants to tell me how good this is, I wonder what it's going for now. Especially that it's still sealed and everything. But there it is. Chocobo Tails, okay? Just look at that cover art, dude. Oh, that is amazing. That font. That little fun little O. Oh. So good. Next is a game that I was waiting forever to come down in price. For some reason, I felt like it just did not warrant a high price tag. But I finally buckled a couple years ago and I bought it. I actually wonder what it's going for now. I'll do a price check here in a second. But I'm actually kind of obsessed with this show. And what show is that? It's the Retro Game Challenge show. Well, I know it's called Game Center CX, but of course they localized it, and for some reason they just couldn't handle the Chief or whatever. I don't know. Because Xseed, I love Xseed is like one of those sleeper game companies. They bring out some crazy. They localize some crazy games over for the Western audiences. So I'm appreciative of them, even if they did bastardize the localization of this game. But yeah, Retro Game Challenge. If you're a fan of Game Center CX, it's a must play. It's fun. I just wish they could have kept the Game Center CX spirit alive in this game. I mean, because it kind of is, but but then again, it's kind of not. So let's see what this game's going for now. Let's see if it's gone down in price. Let's do a little barcode scan. Boom. Sold listings. Boom. $84, $75, $86, $55 just for the cart, $55 for the case and no game, $99 complete, $95 complete, almost $90. Yeah, so this game, it's holding its value. It doesn't seem like it's going down anytime soon, but yeah, there you go. Retro Game Challenge. Must play for anybody who loves Chief Reno. Next, one of my favorite games on the DS, hands down. And I don't want to talk too much about it, just maybe to avoid spoilers, because I'm glad anytime anyone ever spoke about this game before I played it was really light with the gameplay. So I just went in spoiler free, went in completely blind. Man, I have some of this. What game is that? Dude, Trace Memory. Who here has played this masterpiece? The storytelling, well, I don't even want to show. Guys, go into this game blind if possible. The storytelling in this game is second to none. And how it handled the dual screen. I don't even want to tell you what kind of game it is. But if I were you, I would just type in Trace Memory, buy the game. Go in blind, don't even look at gameplay. If you're into like games with a nice, pretty out there, deep story, pretty decent gameplay. I don't know. I just love, I love this game. It's pretty expensive now. I think I got this back in the day for like $10. And I just looked at the price the other day and it was up there. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I know it's gone up in value a lot. So Trace Memory, outstanding game. Tons of fun. Another Goodwill special. Monster Jam Urban Assault. I love monster truck games. I played the hell out of this when I first picked it up. It's fun. I love the little silly DS monster truck graphics. Of course, limited in what it can do, but it kind of cracked me up with some of the stuff they did in there to compensate for the underperformance of the DS, dude. There's a bunch of fun mini games on there, like, well, I could show you the back. Like a skee ball, like launch your truck into like the ski. Dude, it's a pretty fun game. If you can find this game for like $5, dude, at a convention or something, get it. You won't regret it. It's fun. You'll have a fun night with it. Okay, I gotta speed up, dude. I'm already at, let's see, probably. I'm at 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes to speed through these games. Okay, next. This is actually my dad's game, Advanced Wars Dual Strike. My dad got it, had his time with it, played the hell out of it. And he's like, son, I don't think I'm going to play this ever again. I've had my time with it. I'd like to give this to you. And I humbly and happily obliged, John Hancock style. He gave it to me for free. And I didn't even tell him I had a museum. Can you believe that? He just gave it to me. I was like, whoa. No, but yeah, Advance Wars. And speaking of, I'm hyped for the Advance Wars remake of 1 and 2 coming out on the Switch, man. Oh, just that golden music. I love it. Anyways, but Dual Strike, touted as probably the best Advance Wars game in existence. But yeah, just the first one's really good. I'm not gonna really get into it, but like I keep saying over and over again, I know I sound like a broken record, but the dual screen just turned this game, it brought it to the next level. Okay. The thrift store find, Disney Friends, I think it's just called this, Your Disney Friends, or just Disney Friends. What caught my eye really is like this platinum shiny, I'm sure you can't see it on the little garbage webcam, the shiny packaging, pretty neat. But I'm not even quite sure what this game is, honestly. You've been chosen for the special position of Guardian. Become best buddies with some very cool Disney friends. Stitch, Winnie the Pooh, Simba, and Dory. Experience day and night cycles, seasons, holidays, and more. Wait a minute, is this like a Animal Crossing ripoff? That's kind of intriguing, not gonna lie. Entertain your friends with special collectible items and gifts. Bro, is this seriously just an Animal Crossing game? Now I'm interested. I will set this at the top. I would like to check this out. Atlas, man. You see an Atlas game, you might as well just buy it day one, because that'll be the cheapest the game ever is for the rest of your life, okay? Unfortunately, I didn't heed that my only device back when this game originally came out, but I ended up picking it up for a decent deal, but I don't even know what the price is now on it. Boom, Snowboard Kids. I didn't appreciate how they made it all edgy and like all teenaged out. It's Snowboard Kids, man. I love those little happy-go-lucky 3D models, the color palette, the silliness of it. So they kind of just were like, oh, Snowboard Kids, it's edgy. And I was like, dude, Atlas, what are you doing? Why did you who told you to do that to the Snowboard Kids? But as far as gameplay goes, it's pretty good. I mean, do I recommend, or do I prefer the original Snowboard Kids style on the N64? Obviously, but I'd like to see what, I'm not gonna keep looking up gameplay for all these games, but just to show you guys. But if you're interested, look up the gameplay. Not a bad game. Okay. My second favorite game on the DS. I was talking about it on the last part. Tony Hawk American Skateland. This, and honestly, besides maybe Tony Hawk Underground 1, is my favorite Tony Hawk game ever on the 360. So how Vicarious Visions, again, I don't know how they work their magic, but they were able to take that huge Xbox 360 game and just somehow get it on to that little cartridge with full freaking length levels. They even have like isometric classic mode on this, like you're playing it like on the Game Boy Advance. You could customize your boards, man. Oh, this game, I'm telling you, even if I would even go as far as saying, even if you don't like skateboarding games, this game is magical. What Vicarious Visions did is nothing short of, I don't want to go as far as saying a miracle, but it's nothing short of just sheer genius how they were able to masterfully port a humongous game onto such an inferior hardware and make it amazing. I love this game. Absolutely love it. Recommend 10 out of 10 game, okay? Next, Soul Bubbles. It still even has the little hang tab on it. Got Toys R Us. Okay, only at Toys R Us. Rest in peace. I know people always say, oh, in Canada, we still have... Look, with the way Toys R Us's were towards the end of their lifespan here in the United States, still having a toy store or having a Toys R Us open is nothing to brag about. Trust me. Those places turned into just black and white Chinese produced garbage facilities. Had nowhere near the magic as they used to in the early 2000s, or well, back when I was really growing up, but in the 90s. Okay, so anyways, Soul Bubbles, haven't played it yet. It's been on my to-do list, I promise you. Has anyone played this? Anybody? No? Nobody? Oh, okay, well, I'll just go on the next one. Next, Tecmo Bowl Kickoff. It's basically Tecmo football. A little bit of upgraded graphics, okay? Pretty good game. Straightforward. I enjoyed myself with this game, especially if you like Tecmo football, like from the Super Nintendo and stuff. You'll be at home with this, and then add the dual screen, and you know you have an amazing game. So you know, hike! It's back. The legendary Tecmo Bowl makes that rush and pounds its way onto the Nintendo DS. It's even got an IGN.com Best of E3 winner. Full customization of teams, Wi-Fi and wireless play. So imagine back in the day playing this on the Wi-Fi on your DS, dude. It's just crazy. Super abilities like the Rocket Pass, 32 teams to choose from, customizable playbook, optional stylus control. So it didn't force you to use the stylus if you didn't want to. Nintendo could really take some pointers from Tecmo there, okay? But yep. And I'm pretty sure if you had this game and your other buddies didn't, but you were standing next to them with the DS, I'm pretty sure you could still play this game with them. I loved when the DS did that. Just only one person needed a copy of the game, and you could still play with others who didn't have it as long as they were like in the same room as you. One of the finds of a lifetime, Pokemon Black. Found it at a thrift store. Why does this not have the did I take the thrift store sticker off? Pretty sure I found this at Savers. Pokemon Black. Not going to say anything that hasn't been said before, but there it is. A lot of people's favorite Pokemon game ever, honestly. So, not mine, but, you know, a lot of people tout it as their favorite anyways. So, next game. I actually think I just looked up the price for this either last night or the night before. I got this game for $10, and that is Rhythm Heaven. This game is unforgiving, dude. This game will punish you and just pulverize you into a powder. They do not care. Do not let these little silly looking characters fool you. This game will test your patience. If you're not pixel perfect and just right on the money with some of the patterns and timing, no mercy. They don't care. They say come back and try again when you're not going to be a little wimp, dude, because we don't got time for you. Come back when you're ready to play. This game can be brutal, dude, but it's fun enough to where you want to keep trying and playing a game, and when you finally beat one of the mini games, it's like, dude, finally, man, finally. So yeah, great game. It's like I think it was like a $40 or $50 game now. Like I had mentioned a little bit earlier, I got my daughter this game. My Japanese coach, she actually plays it every day for like 30 minutes. Well, lately she hasn't really been playing it much. I mean, she still does other tutoring to learn Japanese, but she uses this as a supplement to learning the language. And yeah, what else can I say about it? Oh, I had Animal Crossing in there. That's pretty interesting. Well, I'll keep that off so I could put it back where that goes. Next, I gotta show you guys gameplay of this one. I gots to. I actually kind of have a pretty funny story. It's not that funny. Let me not lie. I do have a story nonetheless about this game though. That game is... Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Dude. Super Princess Peach. This is a damn good game. What a breath of fresh air too. It kind of separates a little bit from the Mario formula. A bit more puzzly, a bit more, exploration oriented. But like, look at this down here. Oh my gosh, I don't even have it up. I'm so stupid, dude. Oh my gosh, just end me right now. Look at these. So each heart, I don't want to sit there and go over the mechanics and the theory about this game, but I highly recommend picking this game up, dude. The story is I had a chance to get this game at a convention all these years ago for $10. And I remember I didn't have any cash on me. I go up. The guy totally messed up the price because I'm like, hey, how much for this game? And he looked up on eBay for sold listings. And all the recent listings, luckily, were just like case only. And he didn't realize that. And so they were like $10 listings. So he's like, $10. I'm like, crap, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get money really quick. I forgot I needed cash. Bolted off to the ATM to go get cash. Come back, and it's gone. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, dude. I was so mad. Because this game's kind of expensive. I don't know what it's going for now, but... So, anyways, this was back when I used to stream a lot, and I had a semi-successful retro streaming channel. So I remember the night of that I got swindled out of this game. I was talking about it. I'm like, man, so someone at this convention, they came up and took it while I was going getting cash. And this guy who was in my chat was like, dude, that was me. I'm like, no, there's no way that was you. You're just lying. He's like, no, it was at this convention, and it was at this booth, and the guy that sold it looked like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, so it was just such a coincidence. I thought that was pretty silly. Good little story. But anyways, awesome game. I love this game, and I'm sure anybody out there who's played this game loves it too. I just had a blast with this game. So there that is, okay? Got 2 more games left, okay? Let's put the music back on. Speaking of Pokemon Black, 999, okay? 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Look, I'm gonna admit again, I haven't played this yet, and I have like Virtue's Last Reward and what's the other one? I know it's like a 3-parter, and I got all 3 of them in one bundle. I just haven't had the time to sit down and really look at me. I'm sounding like James Rolfe now. I just didn't have the time. I don't have the time right now to sit down and play these epic novel games, but it's on my to-do list. I promise you, I will get around to playing these. At least the first one, just so I could just say, hey, at least I started this series. But from literally anybody I've ever talked to, and that they've played this, they love this game. Nothing but good things to say about it. So yeah, if anyone out there who's played this, you want to encourage me to get on it sooner rather than later, go ahead. Man, I'm just having too much fun on the Switch right now, dude. I'm being honest with you. So there's that. Okay, last game, and I will show you just as we ride off into the sunset. Okay. My last game. So I love these style games, and I'll show you exactly what. Okay. It's the bubble popping genre, basically. So this is Magical Mike. This did not come out in the United States. I had to order this from Australia. steel sealed, kinda like I've been showing you guys, but I did my special little maneuver where I opened it right here and slid the game out. But I love ping style games like Buster Buddies, one of my favorite games on the PS1. Although it's a collection of games, it's still awesome on the PS1 because it has all of them, like Buster Buddies, like Super Buster Buddies, the ping games. And what, if I remember correctly, because the ping got switched over to someone else, someone took on the license, and I think the first one was from an old company called like Mitchell Interactive or something like that, way back then. And I think the original ping makers, I think, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure they made this game. But yes, they did. Okay, so I was right. You can't see it. I'm not gonna go freaking zoom in on it. But Mitchell. So the original people who made a game like this, like the first people to make these style games, made this, so I had to get it. And I love these games. Let me show you some gameplay, okay? And it used the dual screen beautifully. You control your character, well, I'll just show you. You control your character at the bottom of the screen. Is it not going to show, or did they smush it down? Come on. So yeah, so you could just control your guy through both screens. And what was awesome, like when there's not bricks in the way or like some kind of obstacle in the way, when you're at the bottom of the screen and you shoot up your vine and it just all of a sudden it starts appearing on the top screen. Dude, it was so good. Yeah, I played the hell out of this game, beat it. I just love these kinds of games, dude. What can I say? Let me see if I can turn it up. Great game. Highly recommend. Kind of bummed that this didn't have a Western release, but whatever. At least the DS was region free, so it made it pretty harmless. There it is, guys. Let's close with some gameplay. There's my DS collection. 54 games. I'd say probably with a third of them found from thrift stores. Make sure I didn't miss any. Yep, that's it. That's it, you guys. If you notice, I don't have like the Mario games and stuff like that, but I used to have them. And that's all I can say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't have your favorite games. I apologize. But if you could do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. Let's talk, dude. I don't care what you do. Let's just, if you want to have a conversation about the DS, dude, I will be in the comments with you, replying every single time. We're gonna have a nice long conversation about this, okay? So if someone start up the conversation, I'll be active. We'll be having fun, listening to it, okay, and talking, having a blast. I'm down. Let's talk about the DS now.